morning, students. Today we are going on to chapter 2, the network enterprise. In the previous chapter, we discussed about the office automation and we discussed about the office automation system and how to convert the offline system into a automated system or a manual system into a automated system. So when I want to convert the system from one to other, we need some basic tools. So here in this chapter, we are going to discuss what are all the basic tools required for a network enterprise. What are all the basic tools required for the network enterprise? We need collaboration tool. Already we discussed in the previous chapter. Here we are going to discuss in detail. We need the communication tool. We need the conference tool, and we need coordination tool. So these things and all support the organization for successful office automation. These tools support the organization for the successful office automation. Now, what is the meaning of collaboration tool? What is the purpose of the collaboration tool? How we are going to use this collaboration tool? You know that this collaboration tools support the networked enterprise to meet the effective communication. We have to contact with each other, we have to communicate with each other, we have to send the document or we have to discuss the issue. That means we need a collaboration tool. This tool helps in coordinating work effort. It support or it help in coordinating the work. Moreover, this collaboration tools provide various methods for managing the task and project. Maybe we can use the calendar or we can use the recording, isn't it? So the collaboration tool provides the methods for managing the task and project. And this collaboration tools create the environment for the e-businesses and e-commerce. You know that very well. Nowadays, e-business and e-commerce, most of the companies, most of the organizations, they are going for it. How they are doing it? They are using the group, they are using the IT infrastructure, they are using the internet, and they are using the World Wide Web, WWW. So using this, we can use the collaboration tool to create the environment for e-business and e-commerce. The next one, we are going to discuss about the communication tools. We are going to discuss about the communication tools. Already we said in the previous lecture that we can use the email, we can use the voicemail, we can use the conferencing system, we can use the fax, we can use the telecommunication, and we can use the signals. Already we discussed in the last class. Here we are going to discuss in detail what is the purpose of email. Email, we can send internal and external messages. The purpose of email, we can send internal and external messages. Even if you want, we can attach the document and we can send it through the email. We can attach the document and we can send it through the email. What is the purpose of voicemail? This you are using WhatsApp calls or we are using the WhatsApp recording. This is a simple example for voicemail. Now we can organize the phone messages. We can organize all these messages, and if I upload in a cloud, we can retrieve from anywhere. We can retrieve and we can check again from anywhere. I want to transfer the hard copies of my data. We can use the fax. When I want to transfer the hard copies of the data, we can use the fax to transfer the copies over telephone line. Even we need the hyperlinked document. We can create our own URL, uniform resource locator for the business activity or for the business, and we can upload all the documents in a hyperlink. We can upload all the documents in the hyperlink. This is called web publishing. See, this I can give you an example from our college website. You are downloading the forms. You are downloading the student guide. You are downloading the research ideas. You are downloading the course outline, isn't it? This is called web publishing. But when you want to use this communication tool, the organization should have a proper file management skills. For this successful use of communication tool, the organization should have a proper file management skills. Otherwise, the person maybe by mistake he can send the wrong document, or he can upload the wrong document, or he can send the fax the wrong document, isn't it? So there is a proper requirement of file management skill to use the communication tools. Then the next tool, which is most important tool which we are using nowadays, is the conference tool. Even I am using now a conference tool to record our lectures. This conference tool allows the users worldwide to meet and work collaboratively, not only from one organization or one point, from worldwide they can get connected and they can work collaboratively. Even you know that there are many conferences they are conducting online now. They are using the conference tool. And during this pandemic period, different conference tools, even we are using Zoom, isn't it? We are using the Google, they have started a Google Meet. Facebook is allowing for conferences, isn't it? So now, using this conference tool, the users at the worldwide, they can meet and they can work collaboratively. But teleconferencing is the meeting with a group of people electronically using telephone or computer network. The meaning of teleconferencing is nothing but meeting with a group of people electronically using telephone or computer network. Here we are going to discuss 4 types of conference tools. One, we are going to discuss about the audio conference, full motion video conference, computer conference, and data conferencing. What is the meaning of audio conference? Just I want to talk and I want to finish the meeting. I want to collaborate and I want to communicate between different people. This is called group calls. We can make the voice call, we can make the group call, isn't it? Even in WhatsApp, where we are having the facility, even the regular calls, we can go for the audio conferencing group calls, isn't it? This is the low cost one. Basically, this audio conference is the low cost one. Just we need only the speaker phone, internet access, and dialing code. If we have this, we can conduct the audio conference system. This audio conference system should follow the guidelines for the successful completion, isn't it? Why? Because we have to distribute the agenda a day in advance. We have to distribute the agenda and what we are going to discuss, so that the user on the other end, he can easily identify the talk and he can prepare himself or herself for the discussion. The organizer should moderate. Otherwise, when we are making the group calls, when everybody started talking, then what will happen? This will be a big mess. The whole system will fail. We cannot conduct the meeting properly. So in such cases, the organizer should moderate the meeting. Whoever wants to talk, they will inform the moderator. Moderator will give the opportunity whenever the situation arises. In general, in audio conference, maximum up to 8 participants, we can make it successful. Up to 8 participants, we can make it successful. But identify self before speaking. This is what who is going to speak at this particular point. This is the most important idea. Then we can take the conference and moreover we can take the notes. The other people can take the note. The moderator can take the conference and they can store it in a place for the future references. And whenever they need it, they can check back. They can check back. The next one is the video conference. This is what the most important thing which is happening in, which is most important now in the education system. We are using the video conferencing system, isn't it? And all the most of the organization, most of the colleges are going for the this video conferencing teaching mode. Even the schools, they are going for this system, isn't it? This video conference allows video transmission from one location to another. This allows the video transmission. You can see the person directly, as if we can interact directly. This is to conduct face-to-face meeting from different locations. The support in to conduct the face-to-face meeting, because when we are seeing all the people, those who are sitting in the conference, we can have the discussion easily. In video conferencing, we can use for lecturing. This is what we are doing now. We can use for training. Even we can make the presentation. We can make the presentation. Now I am making the PowerPoint presentation to you, and we are recording simultaneously. We are recording simultaneously. This is highly convenient. This video conferencing is highly convenient, but complex and expensive. Because currently we are having some free software, but you know that very well. This is depending on the internet connectivity, and we have to pay the money when the limit exceeds. The full motion video conferencing allows all participants to see and hear everyone. When other staff member is speaking, when other people is speaking, they can hear. All the people can hear. But there are some risks, or there are some negative factors in this video conference. Why? Because when I want to conduct the video conference, I cannot conduct the video conference on the road, because the external environment, the external sounds, it will affect. So the location should be quiet. It should be a convenient place, and it should be an interior room. Otherwise, the voice may break. The acoustic should be analyzed carefully in advance before starting the meeting. We have to check everything, whether the voice is audible to everyone, whether the video is correct, all the videos are running properly. So we have to analyze carefully. For this purpose, we need to determine the best room design for sound and the vision. Because sometimes what will happen, if I'm sitting in a room where there is the echo, or where we are hearing some external sound, maybe the AC sound, AC is not correct, it is making the sound, or maybe the lights are improper, I'm invisible, or I'm having the shaded image, isn't it? So we have to determine the best room. And moreover, quality of this video conferencing depends on the internet speed and data connection. Speed and data connection. You know that very well. When you are sitting in a village where you are having a very slow data connection, you are unable to connect immediately. You are joining little late. This is how. These are all the risks or the negative factors of video conference. But this is the best tool currently for the education purpose. There is no other choice, but this is the best tool for the education purpose. But in this pandemic period, this is supporting us here long. We are having other conferences. We are having computer conference. We are having data conference. What is the meaning of computer conference? This is also a teleconferencing using one or more computers. This is access to a common database or information portal. What we are going to do? We are going to keep all our data in a particular place. Maybe a proxy, isn't it? Maybe I'm sitting in one office, the other person is sitting in another office. We are going to put the document in a intranet place, or we are going to put it in the cloud, and all the people are going to access the same common database. And we can transfer the information in real time in computer. This one, when somebody is asking, no, this document is no wrong, I need another document. So we can, if we have on our computer, we can select the document and we can upload them. This is useful across the time zone, as we are using the distributed computer system. For this, we are using the distributed computer system. Therefore, this is useful across the time zone. Even this computer conference, we can use the chat session, we can use the instant messaging, support the discussion. Support the discussion. Then what is the meaning of data conference? See, the data conference is nothing but the real-time communication between two or more participants through computer data sharing using TCP network protocol. TCP network protocol. We are going to use the TCP network protocol, and then we are going to share the data. Even in this, we can share the whiteboard. In data conference, we can share the whiteboard. Even when you are going to Zoom or when you are going to Google Meet, you will find the term called whiteboard, where we can type directly, where we can type the data. We can save the data what we are typing on the whiteboard. We can make a presentation on the whiteboard. So we can view, we can revise, we can save from the information from the whiteboard. Even this data conference includes application sharing, file exchange, and instant messaging. This data conference support the application sharing, file exchange, and instant messaging. The next one is the coordination tools. You know that very well. Now, personal digital assistant, this is everybody is having. Most of the people we are using it, isn't it? In some other way. So this coordination tool is useful for managing joint work efforts, tasks, and project management software. Using the project management software, we can work jointly and we can complete the task on time. For example, we can use the electronic calendar with the joint drive for the users and determine the meeting time when we can meet each other. We are using the management calendar, or for you are having the students academic calendar, isn't it? So we can use the calendar, electronic calendar, for other purposes, maybe for managing the meetings, maybe for conducting the meeting, to determine the project. And the project management software enables tracking of project to ensure tasks are completed on time, and this supports in the accountability. We are having Microsoft project, isn't it? There are different type of project softwares are there. When you are studying project management, they will teach you how to use the project management software and how to complete the project on time. When you are going for your graduation project, how you are going to manage your timing, how you are going to manage your timing, when you are going to complete the section 1, when you are going to complete the section 2, what is the overall time required for the particular project which you are undertaking. So this project management software supports and enables tracking of the project. How many, what are all the activities completed, whether we have completed the activities on time or not. This will help us in determining the project duration. This will help us in determining the project duration. Thank you all.